Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Esam. I hope you're doing well. In this presentation, I'll be answering the question, what is an error bar? I will also show you examples of Power BI reports with error bars. Then I will finish with how to apply error bars using Power BI. Coming up next. What is an error bar? Error bars are lower and upper data points that can be added to line charts, column charts, and line and column charts to visualize uncertainties. This example shows a line chart with actual and forecast sales amount. The upper and lower bound data points of the forecast are also shown as error bands around the forecast line. This example shows clustered column chart with error bars representing the forecast lower and upper data points. This example shows line and column chart with error bar using lower and upper forecast data points. How to apply error bars using Power BI. First, I will show you a completed report using error bars. Then I will show you how to do that step by step. This is an online sales report example with annual sales amounts and forecasts. The error bars show the confidence levels in the forecast with adjustable lower and upper forecast using percentage sliders. Report layout description. We have slices by year, month, class, and category. When you change the year selection, the line chart changes accordingly. We also have visual cards for actual sales amount, forecast lower and forecast upper, using sliders to calculate the forecast upper and lower boundaries dynamically. We also have the forecast visual card, on which the sliders apply the percentage. The line chart uses error bars in the form of error bands around the purple forecast line. The sales amount in blue can be visualized in the context of lower and upper forecast. This is another example using bar chart with error bars. When selecting 2008, you will notice that the sales did not meet expectations in the context of upper and lower forecast for November and December. However, the sales met expectations in 2007. This example is using line and column chart with error bars based on the line forecast. In this report, I have actual and forecast sales measures. In order to visualize the confidence level of the forecast measure, I need to create the lower and upper forecast measures. The measures will help us visualize the sales amount versus the lower and upper forecast data point. In this example, I will use a percentage slider to calculate these points. You can use a fixed percentage too. First, create a new measure. To fast track this, I will copy the lower forecast measure formula. The first part of the formula reads the slider percentage for the lower forecast and adds it to the sales forecast. Check. And now we have sales forecast lower measure. We also need to create another one for the sales forecast upper measure. Create a new measure. To fast track this, I will paste a formula. The first part of the formula reads the percentage slider for the upper forecast and adds it to the sales forecast. Now I have two measures for the upper and lower sales forecast data points. Next, I will connect the visual cards for the lower and upper forecast so that I could visualize them as well. we have the lower and upper forecast measures required to enable error bars. Next, we need to go to the Add Further Analysis tab. Go to Error Bars. We need to add the sales forecast lower to the sales forecast lower bound field. We also need to add the sales forecast upper to the upper bound field. We also need to enable error bars. Now we have error bars on the line chart. I enabled error band. You can also use bars if you wanted to. I would use error bands. I also enabled error labels to visualize the data points. And I also matched the color of the forecast line. So you need to go to error band and make sure that you turn on the match series color so it matches the forecast line color. Now let's look at the line chart. We can visualize by different years. Sales amount in 2008 is outside the data points for the forecast upper and lower bounds, whereas 2007 is within the range. I'm going to use a column chart in this example. Go to Add Further Analysis, go to Error Bars, add sales forecast upper and lower to the upper and lower bounds, turn on error bars. This time I'm going to use bars instead of error bands based on the forecast series. Go to bars, make sure it is enabled. We also need to make sure that error labels are turned on so that we can visualize the data points. Let's test it with different years. 2008, you can see sales amount outside the range, 2007 within the range. In this example, I'm going to use a column and line chart. Go to Add Further Analysis, go to Error Bars, add sales forecast lower and upper measures to the lower and upper bounds, turn on error bars, enable error bars for this one. You can use error bands as well. Enable error labels to visualize the data points. And now you have it. In this presentation, I addressed the question, what is an error bar? I also demonstrated Power BI report examples with error bars. And I finished with how to apply error bars step by step using Power BI. My name is Essam. If you like this presentation, please click the like button, subscribe, and thank you for watching.